Real Madrid losing that game against Lille, it was a very surprising. And Aston Villa winning that game against Bayern Munich, I think that was one of the results that got me very excited because I love Emery. I love the way he plays football. I love the way he has changed Aston Villa to a relegation club to a club that is now fighting to I will not say win Champions League, but challenge for the top European football. Okay, guys, welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here in the studio with my guys, my A team, to talk about Champions League football. And remember, too, Europa League is they are playing today, and Conference League. That means Manchester United and Chelsea, they are playing football today. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Well, I'm good. Good morning, listener. It was a surprise game yesterday, and I kind of was happy with the way they played.
Okay, John, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning. Welcome to the show, sports fans. It was awesome yesterday to see the games that was played.
It was awesome. Let me give you the result before we dive in. We dive into the games. Shakhtar Donetsk played earlier, and Atlanta winning that game 3 goals to nil. Lukman scoring 1 and assisting 1. So that game ended in favor of Atlanta, 3 goals to nil. Girona 2, final 3. And 8 p.m. is Lille 1, Real Madrid 0. Imagine that. Sturm Graz 0, Club Brugge 1. Liverpool 2, Bologna 0. Dynamo Zagreb 2, Monaco 2. Benfica 4, Atletico Madrid 0. Aston Villa 1, Bayern Munich 0. Then RB Leipzig 2, Juventus 3. Game yesterday was surprised. Nobody could. You see, football is something that when you look at it, sometimes you can't predict it. You can sit down as a pundit or as an analyzer to say and say, okay, Real Madrid should be winning, Bayern Munich should be winning. But look at yesterday's game. Everybody was surprised. Imagine Atletico Madrid losing 4-0 away. Simeone conceding 4. A band that everybody knew that all he does in football is just defend and defend and defend. But let's start with the Aston Villa game because they are playing in the English Premier League. Aston Villa winning that game 1-0 against Bayern Munich. John, how do you see this game? It was a surprising result for everybody.
Yeah, it was a surprising result for everybody. But then at the end of the day, we said it here on the show yesterday that I personally am expecting Aston Villa to come out on top. Vincent Kompany has had a fantastic start to the season, but we still came back to the fact that yesterday they couldn't convert any of their chances, and they couldn't make those chances pay. They couldn't make those chances pay, and at the end of the day, you have to give it to Villa the way they defended as a unit, the way they went forward as a unit, and the way they were able to hold out and grind out a win in this match against against Bayern Munich. I think it leaves a couple of flaws open for Company to go back in and address.
If you look at that game, so Bayern Munich has 64% of possession. They have 17 shots in total, while Aston Villa has only 5. Sometimes you just need 1 or 2 chances, and Duran came in again and scored that beautiful goal because Neuer came out again. He was coming out.
Look at it. When we said something about that game yesterday, I said it's going to be about the coach's experience, the instruction he gives to the players. I know everybody is all about hype about Vincent. He's a good coach. Bayern Munich side is going to run them riot, and I'm like, see, this man has won it in Europe. He's done more in Europe than any other person, any other manager. 3 in a row is not easy. Whether na Europa League or na Conference League or 3 in a row not easy. And I told you yesterday that he was going to come in with a different style, with different experience, because that was the only thing he has over Company. Company has the player, the experienced players, the
experience. It's just football.
No, it's not about football.
Look at 2 shots on target and just scoring 1 of those 2.
Look at it now. They scored a goal in the first half.
Yeah, it was cancelled.
It was cancelled for offside. I think offside.
Offside, yes.
Now they scored another one. You can't cancel that one now because keeper come outside. You're playing a high line. I was watching the game and I was seeing the Bayern Munich last line of defense in midfield.
That's how they play.
See, these people are not defending that compact. They were not sitting that deep. Aston Villa, when I looked at that game, Aston Villa was not sitting that deep for this man to come out that way, that far off his post. Now he saw it. He didn't make, unlike in the Premier League, he makes up to 5 subs. He makes some subs in the midfield, makes some subs in attack. He only made just incredible subs. Took out one of the defenders, brought in the midfielder, took out one of the attackers, brought in another attacker. You get that? He reduced the number of defense and brought in more bodies in midfield. It's just the only way to shut them down. Because at first people felt like he was parking the bus. He wasn't parking the bus. Whenever they had the ball, they moved forward. I saw them play for like 10-15 minutes. I saw them play in Bayern Munich's half. I saw this man. I'll have to rate him as the fastest defender in the world right now. Alphonso Davies. Track back from where they lost the ball. The speed in which he used to recover and get the ball back was like, this man was not even running. He was not even trying to outrun me. It was like Usain Bolt running against Kevin Hart. That was just what I pictured, because how can I be moving an attack, going on the counter attack, and the person that lost the ball got to the post before me, collected the ball from me, as in like taking away the candy from Bibi, and went back on another attack. So I felt like he was. Let me just go for that by minute.
I think at the end of the day, football is the game of how you take your chances, because if you take your chances, you win it. But John Emery is a good coach. Nobody can take it away from him now. Turning this Aston Villa from a relegation, Gerrard left them on a relegation battle. He entered and took them, stabled that ship, took them to the top 4. Now they are playing Champions League and winning a team like Bayern Munich. Not only that, they are almost cemented their team as the top seed, because now they are in the Premier League currently. I think they are top 4 or top 5.
They're top 4.
Top 5. So you see, Emery have done well, but generally, how do you rate Emery and what he has done with the Aston Villa team?
You can't give the man enough plaudits, because he's been fantastic as a manager at several clubs. He didn't work out at Arsenal, and clearly he's working out here at Aston Villa. So kudos to him, kudos to the board, kudos to the team. The only way I take difference is when you say Aston Villa a relegation club, because
when Gerrard was with them, they were actually battling to survive.
Yeah, but it's one season out of a couple of decades of being in the Premier League. So they are an average mid-table team. He's done a fantastic job moving them into the top 6, moving them into Europe, and hopefully he can go further down in Europe. Just winking at the other games from yesterday, I just wanted to wink and let you guys know that this was what I meant when I said that this new format is going to expose teams that slip through games and somehow find a way to escape their group, because this time around there's no hiding space for anybody, and the sooner you start gathering your points, the better for you on the table.
Okay, let's move on to the next game. Is Aston Villa. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Is Shakhtar Donetsk versus Atlanta winning that game 3-0 now. So
first goal. Lookman for the assist. He can score a goal.
He scored a goal and an assist.
Like the first goal, the build up to that goal was a wow, was out of this world. That was the early kickoff. You see the game, you're like, okay, fine, let's see how our Nigerian brothers will fare. And only for me to look at the Shakhtar Donetsk side, you saw some names, some funny names. You ask yourself, where is this person from? They are from Ukraine, they are from Italy. Man, trace your roots, man. Trace your roots. But for me, Atlanta, Gasperini has cooked. He's been cooking. He has cooked. I think he brought them from, where is it called now, from 11th in the table. He's steadied, as in any season we end that they don't finish in the top 4 or top 6, it's a problem for them. And they did that. They won the Europa League last season when all hope was lost against an undefeated Bayer Leverkusen side. They won the Europa League. Now this season they are continuing to push from where they stopped. Playing that game against Real Madrid and giving Real Madrid the headache for the Super Cup was like the peak of their career. And I think they are going to build on it. Just like saying, this is where I am now, but this is where I want to be. So your last performance should not be better than your next performance. I think that's what Atlanta are doing at the moment.
Okay, John Lookman.
Fantastic goal, fantastic
he should be winning the CAF award now. Nobody should take it away from him.
I don't see any other African player that should be getting it. So I think
probably
he
Salah
should be coming to him. Salah, come on.
Salah is scoring in the Premier League and the Champions League too.
Last season? This is not a this season trophy. It's for last season. So I think Lookman gets it because of the finals, because of the trophy, because of the performance, and because of, if not for anything, because of the Ballon d'Or nomination too. So you have to be looking Lookman's way for that. So but
everybody is
for credit to
my mind even the CAF. That one is in the bag already. I'm looking at him securing at least a top 5 finish.
Collect the one where you see first. Then you
I'm not saying collect Ballon d'Or. May finish for asking. May let us say, okay, Victor do am like this last year. This guy do this one for that this year. Then the next person will come now like Boniface next year. If you name it for there, you go there ahead, maybe like top 3. You understand? So that's why you go like progressive. They know that when these people show up, they turn up. They always turn up for big games. We didn't expect. We expected the next side to play them ball. I expected as in just play counter attack, score your 1 goal, close up shop. But the way they kept coming, the way he kept like going, as in he was everywhere. He was everywhere, back and forth. He's coming back to defend. He's coming back in midfield, creating chances for his teammates, making passes that even midfielders could not make.
Okay, Lookman is a fantastic footballer. Probably after this season, he wanted to secure a move from Atlanta to probably a bigger club this season, but it didn't work out. But he came back to the team and started scoring again and started making a whole lot of assists. The way he plays football is like I don't know, like a Brazilian. He dribbles well. That probably was Manchester United was looking for Anthony, but it didn't work out for them. Now our own Lookman is doing that in the Champions League. Okay, remember guys, you are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. When you go there, drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's move on to another big one. It's Real Madrid game. It's Leo winning that game 1-0. They got that penalty in almost the final kick of the first half, and they scored that in the lock shop.
They didn't quite lock up shop.
They
play Madrid ball, though.
They play ball still. They still lock
they
shop.
Play Madrid
when
ball.
you play 5 at the back, you lock shop. Nothing you want them.
You still lock shop. That's why I like players. They defended and they were countering.
They were not even playing on the counter. They were
only
playing ball. They had
chest.
whenever they, you see, not be only with their full chest, but when they hold ball, then they beat. Anytime they hold ball, they either lose the ball by a foul on them or a goal kick. They are always like. There was this move I saw. I said no, Tchouaméni is not cut out for this job. This is a job Camavinga will do perfectly well, man.
Camavinga started.
This is a job like no, when Tchouaméni get what they do. I said no, they're not come out and they still manage the injury now. So I was like, this guy should be in this. It should be 90 minutes. Maybe the way they move the ball, and Adagula lost. And as in he lost finally. You get the way they played, the way they moved. You see them move from back to forth. The keeper was just on top of his game. I saw Real Madrid miss 3 chances, one from Rudiger, one from Carvajal, and at a goal, this person plays his own, he missed it. It was Rudiger nodding it in, the keeper slaps it out, Carvajal hits it. I think a defender bodies it away, and one other person kind of plays it again. So it's like this team has.
You know the funny thing about Real Madrid? I have not seen Real Madrid play. I won't call it a beautiful football, but somehow they win games. So even when they are having bad offense, when they are bad, actually totally bad, they lose. But they introduced Mbappe at the 57th minute, but they were trying to rescue that game. But they introduced Modric. Why didn't even introduce Rodri? In that game. I don't know why, but he introduced Mbappe, introduced Modric and Dagula, but they couldn't find a win, John.
You know, for me, when I saw that lineup and Camavinga, Tchouaméni were starting up together with Jude in front of them, I already felt like this is not the right pairing to have at the back when you're playing in the Champions League. You need to have somebody in there like a Modric or a Federico Valverde playing alongside either a Camavinga or a Tchouaméni, and then you always have your winger in the likes of the Brahim Diaz or the likes of the Rodrigo playing on that 7. That was missing, and Federico was played off that position, and he didn't do too well, if you ask me. I felt that they should have changed. I felt that they should have changed their positioning and, gotten somebody that is a lot more creative in that position rather than having 2 defensive midfielders played in that position. That meant they were would I say they were being a bit conservative rather than attacking.
You said something about if somebody is not fully fit, you want to play somebody else there. You get that was one of the things that happened yesterday. Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Kama is not fully fit; he's just recovering from injury. You get so playing with Tchouaméni was he was missing to a different level. This is not the Camavinga, and when they took him off the game, you felt like he needed to be fit. I
think it's because that Leo played actually well. They played well. They passed the ball well.
It's not about Leo playing well. For me, the main thing is this guy is not fully fit. He's not back. Put him in the second half or get somebody else in to play in that position, and then you bring him in later on in the game. And if he's not back to his full fitness, why would you want to risk him and put Rodrigo on the bench when you could play Valverde there and then play Rodrigo in the game? Because you saw it when they went forward, you lacked the pace that Rodrigo added, the pace and the flair Rodrigo added to the game.
They introduced Mbappe. So you're looking for pace. Mbappe was introduced.
Honest, these people, like, it's not about when they say lock up shop, it's not about them locking up shop. They played a game that we don't. When I say if you have good midfielders, waiting Man United, they're fine. Now like this man you want to play. When you have good midfielders, no matter who you are playing against, even if you are playing against when they assemble Avengers against you, and you're playing against them, they're some of the best players in the world against you. Once you know how to hold on to the ball and don't lose it in critical areas, like losing the ball in their final third, losing the ball in their half. They didn't lose. Whenever they lost the ball, it was in Real Madrid's half. And before Real Madrid would pounce on it and go on a counter, somebody's already back there covering those spaces. And it's one of these things I say, when you come out of your position, make contact. They never, Mbappe said when he comes, he gave Mbappe wrong way and Vini make. If Mbappe had made the other guy has like he moved out of his way and he noticed that Mbappe was going to be free if he misses what's it called? Vini. And the next thing he did was he shaked Vini and went back to Mbappe. So Vini lost that pass, lost that vision. Then Vini had to look for Anagula, which was off. The other one was when this guy Modric passed the ball to Anagula, and this was about 60th minute to the 90th minute. Everybody was trying to force the goal out, and they keep missing it. This is not a game you say, okay, fine, let's test the young legs. Let's test if they can play well. The defense, see, I don't talk about before, I'll talk about again. Real Madrid need to fix their defense.
They need to fix their defense. They ended that game 1-0 to Leo. Leo scoring that penalty, and the game ended 1 goal. Let's see how Real Madrid is going to respond. As John has already said in the earlier, this now is a league table. You need to pick up points, or else that top 8 you will not go see them more. And if you don't see it, it's more football for you. Okay, let's move on from Real Madrid to Liverpool. Liverpool winning that game 2-0 against Bologna. That game was an easy game for them. McAllister scoring the first goal in 11 minutes and Salah in the 75th minute. No, so
it wasn't easy.
It was still easy for them.
Easy.
It was easy.
It was easy for me.
Bro,
it was easy for me.
Because you score a goal in the 11th minute and these people came out at you with all they've got. They played ball. They were matching Liverpool blow for blow. They were trying to create chances. They were not just burying those chances. They had their striker take at least 3 shots that didn't go on target. So it's not about this game. Not easy for Liverpool. It just went their way because it's Anfield, and it's because the atmosphere in Anfield is just the way it is. But these people played ball. It's just like we're giving Leo credit now for playing against Real Madrid. At some point, Real Madrid outplayed them, but didn't get the goals. That was the same thing that happened with the match, but I think Liverpool played the first 20 minutes. Like I said before, they played 20 minutes and they left their heads off, and they come back after like 70 minutes and play again. What if between that 20 to 70 minutes something happens? You get that will not become a problem for them. But they played their first game, 20 minutes they were on the ball, they were running everybody right. They got their early goal in I think 11 minutes or so, and after that, Bologna came up, played their game, played until they didn't get a show of goal or they didn't get anything on the score sheet, and Real Madrid, Liverpool came up in the second half, and that was a good counter from Liverpool.
Okay, John, and Slot still moving forward. Apart from that loss against Nottingham Forest, imagine he probably have won. If probably somehow he won that game, he would have won all his game as a Liverpool manager. But now that
and
game
is not considered much.
I'm not considered much.
Considered one against AC Milan and one
against Nottingham
Forest.
See, they has been defending well, because I think the way they play football, it makes their defense. It works. Van Dijk doesn't really need to play high line.
No.
He needs to relax and done. But if you look at that game generally, and Slot, the way he's building this Liverpool side, what do you make of it?
Yeah, if you ask me, Ancelotti has had a very good start. Very good start. You can't doubt the impact he's had at the club. You can't doubt the energy he brings to the team. You can't even doubt the compactness and the way the side play. And you get a clear picture that the side are playing for him. He has a good handle on what he wants to do with the club. And then he is able to work with the players he has to get the results that they need. And I think Ancelotti is going to be in for a very good season this season. The main thing will now be managing the players he has and managing the fixtures, because when you want to rest certain players, the team suffers up front in attacking, and he's going to have to balance it out this season.
Gravenberch, again, he is the man of the match. Ancelotti was talking about him after the game. He's saying that he is a player that can turn away from a tight corner. That's why he's been playing him, and he has been doing a fantastic job. Also.
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. You have midfielders that don't lose ball in critical areas. That was his job where he came from. It was his job in Liverpool. Though I think due to injury in his first season, they played Endo ahead of him. You have midfielders that when they are Modric, I didn't see Modric lose any ball when he was in tight corners at Tottenham Hotspur. I didn't see him lose any balls in tight corners at Real Madrid when he came to Real Madrid at first.
Yeah.
These are players that you need when you want to build up play. When you are saying you are building up from the back, you need players like this, player with this profile, players like this that would come into tight corners when they are surrounded by 4 midfielders or 4 players, opposition players, and they will still come out with the ball in their feet, not sending long balls, looking up and looking for who is running and sending long balls to opposition half, and will continue the mark after they don't get the ball.
And then in this scenario, Liverpool's gain is Bayern Munich's loss, because the guy was basically sitting on the bench at Bayern Munich and he's having a resurgence at Liverpool right now.
Bayern Munich don't lose players recently. Tony, this man now. Then who else is on the list? Because Alphonso Davies is on his way out.
Okay, that game ended in favor of Liverpool winning that game 2-0. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and we have some comments here. I'll be reading these comments before we move over to the next game. Emmanuel Okitibi saying, Lookman proving himself. Yes, he did us proud as Nigerians. Emmanuel Okitibi saying, Madrid was outplayed. Not all 5 at the back is a defensive formation. Some are an advantage attacking wise, John. Even if you look at Bayern Leverkusen, they play 5 at the back, or in quote 3 at the back, but they are an attacking side. Emmanuel is also saying Aston Villa made a mark, and Boniface scoring the winner against Milan. We are by highlights. Okay, highlights of the night for him. Okay, that's Emmanuel saying. Okay, let's move on to the next game that happened. It was a surprising game. Benfica winning that game 4-0.
Surprised to you, not
it
surprised
was surprising to me.
It was surprised. They are traveling to Portugal for crying out loud.
You know why I'm saying that? If you meet a team that is known for their defense is what they are known for. Yes. Then they are conceding 4 in a Champions League night.
It means that the people they meet too are big score goal. Their work not to score goal.
It's Benfica.
Now they talk, their work not to score goals. It's not just because now what you want to talk now, just Benfica. Not be just Benfica. Their work not to score goals. If you look at the Portuguese league, you see that these people score goals. They breed goals, they score goals, just like Sporting now. This guy that plays for Sporting, he score goals. So they have players that score goals, they have players that create. So if they say nobody them produce Felix. This guy don't go PSG now, Neves. So they produce players who have been score goals, have been bury chances. It's not about creating 1,000 chances and not having anybody to bury them. Against Atletico Madrid yesterday, I felt like Atletico Madrid should have done better. They should have just done better. That's just it. Because they came into that game, they played their game, but they were these loose balls they did not pounce on the midfield that got them the goals. Because now when they say that the only time you score goals is when somebody thinks hard or one person makes mistake. So I think 2 of the goals came from Atletico's mistake, while the other 2 goals came
even
from pure brilliance.
There were 2 penalties in that game.
That's the mistake they made.
John, that game, Simeone is a guy that everybody, when they talk about this defensive part of football, he knows it well. But him considering 4 goals in the Champions League night, I think he will be disappointed with himself and his team.
I don't think he'll be disappointed with himself, because there are some teams that, you go to a game with a game plan and you get there and, they totally decimate your team and you have nothing to do. I think it's just one of those matches. A couple of the big clubs in Europe had an off night yesterday, and Simeone's team was one of them. I think he's going to pick his boys up and keep pushing.
But something one of my friends said, he said, how did Real Madrid play against Atletico and they both played the draw?
That's football.
And coming to the Champions League, they both lost.
That's football.
It means the 2 of them cool down, expose themselves for weekend. So now other teams are learning from that and using it to pounce on them.
I think just this, that's how football. Football is somehow. Imagine Liverpool losing against Nottingham Forest at home.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to
Italy and
trash and that team 3-1 Milan. Not that nothing, Milan 3-1. So I think football sometimes you can't even explain it somehow. Sometimes it works for you, even sometimes. See Leo winning Real Madrid is nobody can actually predict that. You can predict a draw. But then winning and almost playing Madrid a whole 90 minutes, nobody could have predicted that. Okay, let's move on to another game that is interesting. It's RB Leipzig versus Juventus went down, a man down, and somehow they scored 2 goals after getting a red card in that game. And if you look at that game, Mota is actually cooking for Juventus.
You get question where you always ask when person take red card.
They show character.
Thank you.
They show character. It's not they show character.
Now the character be that. If they lose, you know say you be big side. You no go just sit down the pack bus. You go come out. You go play your ball.
You have to understand that opponents are different.
Life is different.
Do you think that Juventus is playing Manchester City away at Etihad,
and they will just sit down like that?
You know what in Leipzig they play gang football.
Can you compare Leipzig and Manchester City?
When last
You can't compare the 2 of them.
Can you compare Enugu Rangers and Baka?
See, the point is that
See,
I'll give you an example.
I'm not comparing. The first day you asked this question was not about Man City, or I'm not
it was about Brighton.
It was about Brighton. Now, can you tell me you cannot compare Brighton?
Okay, let me give you an example about this particular game. Arsenal had, after that record, Arsenal had 3 chances one-on-one with the keeper and they missed it.
Yes.
If they have converted that,
it would be a totally different story.
On the break now.
What would be the headline if Arsenal had scored that 2 goals and winning that game 3 goals to 1?
It will be Arsenal breaks beyond boundaries. You understand? English go there. English go there. But this is see.
No matter look at your chances.
See, understand now. This is show of character. It's not just taking against Brighton. Arsenal sat deep and was waiting for the counter. These people still held more.
They held the ball.
They held more of the ball,
but they had,
and still went on to score goals.
Excuse me, they had an impetus to do so because the goalkeeper, the main goalkeeper for Leipzig, got a red card in that game, and it was a second goalkeeper that was playing in at that post, and you have everything you need to come out and
now
change
7.5 play.
I'm telling you what it was.
7.5 play.
Because you saw the way they scored those goals. Those goals came after that man was taken off.
Now 11 against 11.
Juve got that red card. Their goalkeeper got that red card. He was off. Their name moved to 10 man, and somehow they scored 2 goals. Even Sesko scored 2 goals for Leipzig.
Openda with an assist as well too.
So I think that game was interesting, but I like what Mota is doing. Mota just came in and told the players that wasn't there, like Schneider and all that, you are not part of my team. Go. And he brought his own players, some young players too, that he's playing for him. But he's building the side. I think they have not lost a game in the Serie A. They have not even lost a game throughout this whole season. And I think they considered, maybe apart from the Champions League, they complained about 2 goals throughout.
They considered 3 or 4 in the league so far.
So, but generally, if you look at that game, Mota, do you think that Mota can take this team to a higher level?
The thing
it's early to call it.
The thing is coming and build a side. And I think the Serie A this so far, we are only seeing 3 teams on the Serie A sheet. It's always Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus. And for like some time, for quite a long time, it was Juventus on top, while Inter Milan and AC Milan are always coming second. Now Napoli is in the race, Lazio is in the race. Plenty teams are in the race. I can't just come and start mentioning all of them now because Torino said sometimes, like I said, they enter the race, they come out. Atlanta is also in the race. So every team now is looking at, like I said, is Big 6. And other 14 teams. So if you can win 28 of the other 14 teams, home and away, then you make sure that you can take points from your other contenders. Then you can be assured of the title. Else, nothing for you.
But do you think that, John? Do you think that Juve can go far in this Champions League? If you look at their squad, there you cannot even see. They don't even have a big star again.
No, they have
Vlahovic.
The man that came in to replace Ronaldo.
They have Consecao.
Yeah, Consecao from Porto. You won't call these people big players.
No.
Talking about when the Pogba was there, the Vest was there.
Vlahovic did great for Fiorentina. Also, then came back and is doing good now here. So you can't take away the fact that he is a good player. He was one of the stars for the side. You understand? So he's been doing good for Serie A side since time immemorial, and he's in Juventus side. Now after Ronaldo left, he took over the shirt and he went on some injuries, but he's always scoring goals. So you can't take away the fact that these players have been good, or the other guy he called his name, they are good players. You don't see. There's no way you put it now to me that you say the players playing now are better than the players that played in 2004 to 2010. It's not possible.
No way.
Between that 2004 to 2000, I never to get football sense then. But I did watch football with on my toes. I don't even stand because now I can even sit down and be drinking water and be watching football. Then you know if you carry water for one, say you want to drink water during that period, you go throw up for person body. Because there's always tension on the field, there's always this drama on the field. It's always interesting to see games. But now every player is just relaxed. Everybody just wants to keep up with the numbers. Who is creating the most chances, who is making the most passes, and all of that irregularities around football. It's tiring.
Okay, now Juve winning that game 3 goals to 2. That's a lovely result for Juventus. But okay, let's move on to the league table. The Champions League table is somehow we have to get used to this table thing. The Champions League table, and Borussia Dortmund is first.
Yeah, still first is Tuesday.
Yes, they are first. They have 6 points. The whole lot of teams have 6 points. Benfica has 6 points. Brest has 6 points.
They are still second.
They are second on 6 points. Third is Benfica. They have 6 points. The third. Bayer Leverkusen have 6 points. Liverpool 6 points.
Yes.
Aston Villa 6 points. Juventus 6 points. That's the only thing. First 1 to 7 has 6 points. Then Manchester City 4 points. 4 points. Inter Milan on 9th 4 points. Atlanta 4 points, Sporting Lisbon 4 points, Arsenal 4 points,
Sparta Prague
4 points, Monaco 4 points. It's a league table. Then you have now moved to Bayern Munich that have 3 points. It's about a table of 36 teams and only 8. First 8 is going to qualify straight to the knockout stage, and others will now last 8 will go out, and others will now play qualifying a two-leg match to see who is going to join the first 8. It's going to be an intense game, but you need to pick all the points. Likes of imagine Real Madrid not qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League.
You could end up playing a big side,
you don't understand. Is finishing in the bottom 8.
I don't think
you will now go.
I don't think they will finish in bottom 8.
You will not be a side that finished in the knockout. You didn't enter the knockout stages of the Champions League.
Imagine that.
It go funny.
But I think that I thought they go reach that knockout.
Normally now their name will speak for them. Either the knockout stages finish in the second, because it's now first 8, second 8, or second 2016. Then finish in that second middle of the table. Then maybe you play your knockout stages and see if you can get into the final laps.
Okay, General, if you look at this team that has played, who do you think that we're going to go fight in this Champions League? Or who do you think, we have seen 2 games already, who do you think that will just touch this Champions League?
So look, I thought plenty bias go enter.
Okay, don't talk am.
Plenty bias enter, because I see Nigeria, then maybe Senegal, Nigeria, then Egypt. You understand? I dey call as they be. Because now let's call the clubs now. Atlanta, Leverkusen, Club Rouge, Onyekuru. I call her Nigeria. Onyekuru for what's it called? Club Rouge. Then Egypt, you get. Then you now come down to Senegal and other places.
Okay, guys, so we're going to we're moving over to the Europa League. Before we move over to the Europa League, you can join the conversation with us in the studio to call us to tell us what you think about yesterday's Champions League. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Tell us what you think about the Champions League yesterday. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, John, is you John there?
Yes, so I did. Good morning.
Yeah, no, sir. Good morning also.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Yeah, it's Bishop. I represent the student.
Okay, Bishop, what is your contribution, Bishop, before we move on to Europa League?
First of all, I want to talk about Ademola Lookman. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to him.
Yes. A goal and other performance in the pitch. That is a good one for him. In fact, I'm rooting for him to win the African Best Player.
Yeah, he has to win it.
I ain't get them. They don't go to election.
Yes, you can't say categorically until it happens. I'm rooting for him. Understand? I want him to win it, and I'm rooting for him. He's doing massively well. But the way this guy is playing now, I was even disappointed that his move to PSG failed. But I was thinking that maybe he will move to PSG or Arsenal. But if he continues like this, he's going to leave that club. I don't know. Then also, did you see tactical display yesterday at Aston Villa and Bayern Munich?
Tactics full everywhere.
Hi.
It's full everywhere. So then now out of brain, they they think who go the next sub will go make the tactics work well.
From the Mr. Gooding himself. But this is really talk about a quality coach. I have said it here that this good evening man on Emre is a top-notch coach. Understand me? Look at how he reasons. Look at what he said after the match. The person, the interview after the match.
Yes.
Okay, why won't you be very happy? Why want you? And this is the way they want to play. They have the way they want to play, and they play that way. Understand? This is a team. In fact, this man is building Aston Villa. He has had a team. He has built a team. They play the way they want to play. They have the way they want to play, and they play like that. If they want to attack, they will attack. If they want to defend, they will defend properly. Understand? This is a team, man. And since the changes, you see the tactical changes. You see the changes that he made.
That was the match winner for me, though.
Understand me? I don't know just the one that your face is doing. I don't want to call his name, but you know your face. I don't want his tactical display, all these things putting through for their team to win match. I don't see these things are what your face lacks. I know it's nothing to him, but I don't see all those things. Do you think Manu will beat Ryan like this?
My fave.
In fact,
My fave don't tell you say you stick to the plan.
I don't know if he will be drinking and be watching that match. They are going to beat Aston Villa with the joy and happiness of winning Bayern. Or more. I don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah, my is playing Aston Villa next time the weekend.
See,
Madrid,
hey, bros,
is a Champions League.
bros.
Before I drop, this is a Champions League.
Okay.
We watch football, we love football. And Aston Villa beating Bayern, Lille beating Real Madrid. Where can you have more joy from football? Come on. Champions League.
Yes.
That's how we love football. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Bros, let me now attend to you. My fave is not my fave. My fave. They don't come on my
fave is ETH.
They don't come on my fave for a job. He win trophy, but they don't come out that.
Okay, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, Friday. What is your contribution?
My mother, this is the Western man. Where do you get that from Villa?
You say okay, enter Aston Villa. No, move from Western to Aston Villa.
Why would I move? Why?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Madrid is suffer where?
They suffer.
The Western man.
Yes.
They divide the gun and they give the gun like so that something. That people they damage them. Play the ball like a monkey. Play the ball. Look at Atletico Madrid. Flashing for you. Atletico Madrid. The speaker. I don't know. No problem. Let's win our match.
Yes.
How you go here?
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's move on.
Look at it now. People are saying Sunday. Cross the gutter with your front first before you reach the canal.
Okay, when
they win photo today. Before they think of Sunday. You get until you now. Wetin I see today go make me know whether they go do well against Aston Villa on Sunday.
See,
but
leave that
for now, this
team.
small gutter waiting for their front. May they jump on first. We'll see how far.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, both Sport.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Oh, okay, we lost that call. Okay, let's move on to the Europa League. I'll give you the fixtures of the Europa League. Real Sociedad versus Anderlecht. Ferencváros versus Tottenham Hotspur. Maccabi Tel Aviv versus Midtjylland. Olympiacos versus Braga. Sparta Prague versus Ajax. Lazio versus Nice. Karabakh versus Malmo. Hoffenheim versus Dynamo Kiev. RFS versus Galatasaray. Union Saint Gilloise versus Bordeaux. Victoria Prison versus Ludogorets. PAOK versus FCSB. Porto versus Manchester United.
These games are just funny, man.
Yes,
These games are just funny.
Frankfurt, Twente versus Fenerbahce, Freiburg versus Roma, Atletico Club versus AZ Alkmaar, Rangers versus Lyon. Okay, let's talk about the Porto versus Manchester United. That game is going to be massive. They need to win that game because they have been talking about, Ten Hag have been talking about his own talks again, that he's a coach that wins trophies wherever he has gone to. He has won 8 trophies in the last 6 seasons, that everybody needs to be involved in this game, that everybody needs to be together. That everybody, they share responsibility. That's why he's saying that he's going to take responsibility. The players have to take responsibility. That they need to start getting results. That they brought in a whole lot of young players. That these young players needs time for them to gel. But in general, what do you make of that game? Do you think that Manchester United can win? Yeah, they're going to Portugal. They're going away to play Porto. Do you think that Porto is a big side in Portugal? Do you think that? And remember, Benfica trashing their opponent 4-0. In Portugal now, Manchester United is going to same Portugal. Do you think that Ten Hag can do something there? So,
why you call my name?
They call your name, now your guy now.
Why they don't call your name? Now your fave.
Wait, why you call my name?
Now your fave.
But see now, I'm short of words. Because this man,
You explain, Taya.
this man, I believe,
Mm.
he has told us to stick with the plan. He has told us that the plan is to bounce back. And Man United, that is, which means the bouncing back will not be now, it be. The bouncing back now in the future, which means Man United will be great again. That's what they sing for the song. You know, say Adam, Manchester will be great again. So Man United will be great again. So now the bouncing back with that, but this period now, not be waiting what they see now. I want to see them starting now to bounce back. I want to see them sticking to the plan of winning games. Even they don't, only at some point they say the PE teacher no sabi tactics, but he was winning games. If you want to be a PE teacher for Man United now, be a PE teacher. Because I've said it's your style, because the style of play comes with a lot of loopholes. It comes with a lot of loopholes, and you're not the players you have currently. You can't play that your style of play with Harry Maguire.
But who brought in the players you have now?
Wait, calm down,
It's
John.
still him that brought the players. You see, this is where we continue to disagree
wait. I said last year.
Either Ten Hag leaves that job or he turns the team around, because you are the one. The players. You see, you want to play a certain way. You brought in players to the club. You chose the players, and they are not delivering that your pattern. How much time will they give them? 2 years.
Wait, calm
3
down
years,
now.
4 years.
This year, last year, how many players they bring away to decide? Now, alone, how many players they bring in last year where they decide now? Now only this guy, Lisandro, where they trapped last season injured, and Holland we play. Anthony was off, he had issues, mental issues, and all of that. So now you don't bring in 3 players for midfield and for defense. Masraoui, delete, and this guy. Then just don't say he no be striker when they score 1,000 goals. Say him be 9 and he no be 9, he no be 10,
Wow.
9.5.
Wow.
So now he wants to build, like, you need a player that could go for hold up play. I think Zeski is good for his hold up play. His first touch is good. His dribble style is good. So his hold up play is top notch. He wants to build like that. It's good for him. Bro, calm down.
Why Zeski no tell Ten Hag say he no be 9 when they come for him?
I think they knew. They knew.
How many goals did he score for Bologna before?
They knew.
You go understand. How many goals did he score for Bologna? How many goals Julian scored for Atlanta? Julian was, you get one chance, you bury that chance. And you see, last anytime when you see time to play shots, he score. He buried, according to it, they said he has a shot conversion rate of 97%. No other striker in the Premier League has that shot conversion rate. But the team say, who they give him the pass? Last year they give him pass last season. They say they give Julian pass last season. He will score at least more goals. So this is not start season with injury. Zeski will they start ahead of him. No be personally very chances, but he don't score 2 goals or so this season. But he's still coming into the side. You don't have to understand this. I said this before. I'll say it again. I never see. That's why I see the talk about. I never see striker. We come from Italy. Julian one be like say one change the this thing. I never see striker we come from Italy make am for England. I never see. If we get any striker we wanna get, I bet we wanna put am for comment section. I go dey read am. I never see. Since I don't get sense, since that 2004 where I don't get sense till now. I not name one striker we come from Syria. A striker no be
Okay,
forward.
see where you're
No
coming
be forward,
from now. See where you're coming from now. Who put gun for Ten Hag? Tell him he go buy for Italy.
Now the place where they see option.
You came into a job to do a job, and
I understand. He wants to. He just like what Arteta said. I want to make Jesus a different monster now. He wants to make these players a different monster, so he needs to build a team. And I don't expect this team to just come in. I'm not talking about this Haaland now because Haaland has played 1 season there. I'm talking about Zeski and the rest of the teams that came in this summer. You get, these are the teams to, because last year we see some patterns, small pattern until injury starts. This year now,
If they lose against Porto, what do you think will happen to him?
he's already giving you an excuse now. It's a collective responsibility.
It's a collective responsibility.
Player and manager.
Take your blame, because I can't give you instructions and you go there and do like you want. And I was reading something on the internet the other day, and I saw something. It was a rumor. I may not talk but I go talk them. They say players now don't they feel like say they disrespect the man. They don't want them to coach them again. They want to make good. They coach them. Now this is players acting like they want to root him out of the job, so the other person can take over, either Ruben Nistelrooy or Rene Ake.
What is your prediction for that game?
Manchester United, they ask me
they will draw. Okay, John, what do you think that will happen?
I think Porto is going to give them a thrashing.
Porto will trash them.
Yes.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Thank you. This is Michael calling from Galadi local government area of Boni State.
Okay. What is your contribution?
I talk of Chelsea own for Conference League.
Yes,
my own now one word I go talk.
Okay, we are moving that. We are moving there now.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yes.
Bye.
I do.
Man City don't win now. You always happy now.
All right, thank you.
But better leave West Ham. John Club will give you joy.
First time they give me joy, day in, day out.
You see, come again, say?
And they get my joy, as in, it's on tap.
For January, we go no alpha.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, remember guys, we are on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and we have some comments here. Chizoba Okpara is commenting. Okay, Chizoba Okpara is commenting. English clubs are doing well in the Champions League. Okay, Chizoba Okpara, Villa made their mark in the Champions League of. Chizoba, all English teams are good to go by their performance so far. Chizoba Okpara is saying. Lookman is really informed. His performance are good. Okay, let's move over to the other game. Is Galatasaray playing today and Osimhen is playing today. Do you think that he's going to actually do something very important in that game? Okay, before we move to that, let's read one more comment on our YouTube at Nonso. Emmanuel Okitibi say at Nonso, but why you they support only things we know they perform? Man U and West Ham.
Chai.
4 years in a row, I talk am, but we do 3 years.
Why
in a
they
row.
support West Ham?
Why are they supporting West Ham?
Let's talk about this one.
They ask no, so say this club where they give you that. No, so can they give us positive affirmation?
They give me joy. They give me peace of mind.
Let's talk about Osimhen. Osimhen is playing today. Do you think that if he starts today, they are performing well? He's scoring goal. He scored a goal even last week. Do you think that he's going to perform again?
Came into the side with the players he played against, players he played with in Napoli, Dres Martins. He saw them and he said, "Okay, fine, I'm happy here." First match, assist. Second match, they're still in goal. They got correct assists for a name. Third match, he scored goal. Fourth match, he has already started the season. Because after your first 3 matches, you've got 3 assists. You've gotten your performance so far. You fit into the side. They're still not start. Start the score goal.
John, what is your prediction for that game?
I would love to say Galatasaray will win the game.
Osimhen should be scoring. Yes. What's your prediction for that game, also?
I can't predict. I just need him to be on the score
Even though
sheet.
there's an Icardi there, there is also another poacher too.
Okay, let's move on to the Conference League. And today's Conference League, Chelsea is playing Ghent today. Chelsea are not really playing. Like Palmer is not in the squad. Some players are not in the squad. Modric, he's talking about. Maresca was talking about Modric. That Modric is a guy that needs to start performing in this competition because this competition he's going to be starting. He's not playing the Premier League, but this Conference League is a platform for him to actually excel. If he excels well, they might now introduce him back to the Premier League. But Chelsea playing again today. What are we seeing going to see
when
today?
they drop the team list that will be playing in Europa League, Palmer's name was not on it. Some other top players' names were not on it.
And they need to rest.
Yesterday, he said something about the press conference that I loved. He said, it's not about, when I said I have my 21-man team, he said the conference team, I don't need to send half of my players from the 21-man list into the Conference League because I need to protect these players. There are too many fixtures. So this is what a coach that wants to regulate his team should be thinking. There's Champions League football, I know. There's this team football, I know. But I need to regulate my team. I need to have substitutes for every position. So when this team is starting, I know that I won't suffer injuries. And I think it's a great speech so far. It's a great way to go about it. Protecting your players, knowing the games to play them and the games to bench them. Conference League, bench all your star players. Premier League, you want win. You want finish.
I think probably if you move to the knockout stages of the conference, you have to do another list.
January, after transfer window, another list go drop.
Yes, and
so now you go come put your best legs. But for now, just put anybody in say if you put inside the side back.
Now, Maresca has been saying the right words in the press conference, and he's getting results. You know, sometimes when you say something, you have to match it to results.
Sure. And
unlike our guy.
Yes, unlike ETH, if you know who we are talking about, you know. But
you don't already call the name.
No, so just let me be.
Continue.
You know, continuing, this is Fringe FC playing Ghent, which means players that are on the sidelines on the way out that are playing Ghent. You know, the funny thing is, if in January he actually switches these guys out for the chosen 21, these guys are going to feel hard done by because they've been the ones carrying Chelsea into the later stages of the competition.
No, they go see the list. Not be the team. They go see but they go just add. I think this first stage is 26-man list. So with another reserve team, you get. So now you have submitted your 26-man list to them, to UEFA. Then by January, you can take away 2 or 3 players that have not been playing because out of these 26 man, some of them need to play. So you can just take away the 6 or 7 of them. Maybe you have new signings. You can just add them to the list and you still reshuffle your youth list as well, your reserve team.
Okay, what's the pressure for that game?
Chelsea supposed win now. They're not supposed to.
And playing at Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
John? They should.
Okay, the Nigerian Professional League was played yesterday. I'm going to give you the result. Enyimba winning their game yesterday, 1-0 against Akwa United. Bendel Insurance winning against Shooting Stars, 1-0. And today, Enugu Rangers is taking on Bayelsa United at Enugu Stadium.
Shut down the stadium because we won't go to Ikene and lose because we didn't have enough space. For our fan base. 2 seasons they won't have enough. They won't even have a traveling fan base coming to Enugu because it's like we are here now. We've seen this result: 1 win, 1 lose, 1 draw. It's not the way we want to start, but we want to get results this season. We want to finish the way we finished last season, which is top of the table, which is winning the league back to back. If it's possible,
to win this particular
so you need to start winning these games. You get, and I think for Bendel Insurance, they will have a hard time coming to Enugu to relax. You get, because it's not something you say you come to Enugu and relax and you play a game on time.
Bayelsa United.
Yes, I'm saying. So you need to come to, these people need to understand that Enugu is not a place you come and relax. They are coming to work, so they should be ready for hard work.
Do you think Ilechukwu can actually get one against Bayelsa United? Because we need to be winning this game. Because if we win it, we move. This is actually it's not the match we missed. You understand? They are standing match. That's why we're playing. Enyimba and Rangers are playing. That's why we are playing midweeks now. Ilechukwu has been coaching. He lost the last game, but now he needs to win this game for him to move on top of it. Not on top of the to move ahead, because the person on top, Rainbow Stars have won all their games. They are top of the log. So we need to start getting 3 points for us to actually.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't be confused about what is expected in this game, because what is expected is a win, but much more than a win. What is expected is a total domination of this Bayelsa United, and I think the boys can pull it off. Where I want to caution is when you win one game and you're high off that result, that you go and slip through another game. We should start seeing consistency in results from Rangers.
What is your prediction for that game?
Rangers 2-0.
No, sir.
You did talk.
You want 5?
I just want me to expect Bayelsa. If you don't expect Bayelsa, I mean expect United.
Okay, let's go out and support Rangers International today. They are playing today against Bayelsa United. And let's go and support them all we can. We need all the fans to come, because we need them to start picking up points so that they move on top, or start moving on the log of the table. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and we have 2 comments here. Emmanuel Okitipi is saying Osimhen to score today, and he's also saying, can Maresca and Arteta teach Ten Hag how to face the press? Maresca and Arteta, they say the right words, probably because they are getting results. Okay, let's see.
Because they played in England for a very long time.
Okay. Let's see what Poto is going to be doing. Poto and Manchester United will be doing today. Let's go out to and support Rangers International, because Rangers needs our support. The match that today is about 4 p.m. So let's go out and support Rangers. Let's hope they get all the 3 points that they need today. Okay, this is how we're going to be ending today's show. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Remember, we are live every day on YouTube at Volt FM Sport. I'll be seeing you tomorrow to give you other updates. Szczęsny has officially signed for Barcelona for 1 year. Have a lovely evening, morning, day. Have a lovely day. My name is Godwin.